What's going on, Leets and Geeks? Today we are going to get into the Cypher System RPG expansion, supplement, however you want to call it, First Responders. Now, those of you who've been on the channel for a while, you guys saw me unbox this quite a while back, and I actually made the content for the video way back too. Just never posted it on the channel. Y'all know how it is. You get busy, other content has to be posted and all the rest of that stuff. So today I'm getting around to it, right? And I think that this is one of those settings and expansions that is awesome for people who don't know anything about tabletop RPGs, and they might be a little bit more, challenged when it comes to using their imagination for the more fantastical things. They're a little bit more grounded in their imagination. Let's say that. So this is going to be a great place to start them off with. And of course, it's the Cypher system. It's an easy system. And so when they want to graduate, or you want to suggest that they graduate to something a little bit more out there, you know, and maybe a little bit more fun, you don't have to change the system because of all the different expansions that are available for the Cypher system. The special thing about today's video, because you might be saying, man, didn't you just do a video on Cypher System expansion? I did. But today we're doing this one because I'm going to show you how you can get First Responders and the Cypher System core book and some other goodies for the Cypher System, all for the low, low price of 53 cents. I did not stutter. I meant that, for 53 cents. So make sure you stay into the end of the video because there is a disclaimer that goes with that as well. And as always, I got the question of the vid on the other side too. Let's get right into this, folks, and roll 'em. Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at the First Responders campaign set for the Cypher System Tabletop RPG. Now this one is a little different from a normal Cypher System setting. Now at the beginning of the book, it teaches you how to play a First Responders setting. This is very different from others. And one of the things that's different is that you're not just encouraged to create one character like you would normally in any kind of tabletop RPG campaign. You are encouraged to make a crew. Now, there's a reason for this, and it's because depending on the type of first responder that you create, they may or may not be the best fit for the many disasters that your GM is going to challenge you with. For example, if you make a firefighter, but you guys are in the mountains doing a mountain rescue, that's not going to cut it. Especially with all that gear that they usually carry on themselves. Yeah, having a firefighter up there is, that's not going to cut it. So they encourage you to make a crew of about 3 people that you will switch back and forth to depending on whatever disaster that you guys are going against. And the good thing about this is that if you use one character and then you get experience for that character, you can go ahead and use that experience for anyone in your crew as the campaign goes on. That's cool. Now, just like in any other Cypher System campaign setting, you have your type, your descriptors, and your foci. And there are special types, descriptors, and foci found in this campaign book for responders. Now, you can use just the core Cypher System book, but if you want to get real specific with things, then you probably are going to be using those found in the campaign book. Now, after you get through your gear and equipment, the campaign book really has more things for the GM, how to GM a campaign setting in First Responders. It's more about throwing challenges at the characters, and you'll be going through things like fires, earthquakes, volcanoes, and even the one that we just got done going through, pandemics. And the characters have to figure out just how they're going to get over these different challenges. Now, sometimes, even though you might have 2 or 3 players who are responding, you might need another individual, maybe a specialist for something. And it lists special kinds of NPCs that you may need. For example, maybe you need a firefighter. They've got that. Or an EMT. They have that in case your group doesn't have one. Now, because you have a crew and you're going to be switching back and forth between different characters, the tiers are not as high as in a normal Cypher System campaign. So it only goes up to tier 3, half of what you normally would have. And they're not as fantastic because we're talking about real modern day heroes. You're running a modern campaign when you're running first responders. Now, the art and everything as normal in these books is gorgeous. I mean, if you just look at this stuff, they've got great art. It's a joy just to read. The format of the book looks fantastic. You have your notes there on the side where you can see everything. So this is something that is unique and different for those of you who might want to get a little bit more down to earth. So if you get into movies like Outbreak from back in the day, or Daylight, or maybe Chicago Fire, or 911, these different kind of television programs that focus on the characters who are involved in being first responders, then this will definitely be the campaign setting you're going to want for the Cypher System. An homage to real life heroes, first responders, the Cypher System RPG expansion. Now, I told you I was going to tell you how to get this for 53 cents with the core book. Okay, let me clear something up really quick. 53 cents a piece, not just 53 cents for all of them. It would be dope if that was the case, but no, 53 cents a piece. That's still really good. Okay, let me tell you how to get it. Right now, over at Humble Bundle, they have a Cypher System bundle going on. 47 pieces of content, and you have to get the highest one in order to get the core book. That's just how they do it over there. 47 pieces of content, folks, for $25. $25. That ends up being 53 cents for every piece of content. And they've got a lot of goodies over there because I got a lot of them. So they got a whole bunch of stuff. So if you are not familiar with the Cypher System and you're looking at this deal and you say, man, I'd like to get it, but I don't know if I ever played or if I even like it, I have several videos on this channel where you can go and take a look, do your research, do your due diligence, and then make your decision and go over there. You have 10 days left at the recording of this video to make your decision. So you have a little bit of time to go ahead and do your research and then go over there and get all of that stuff. Now for the disclaimer. All right. The Humble Bundle has always given their part of their shtick is that they give part of their proceeds to charity, and their charities are suspect, very suspect. However, they do have a slider that you can just give 0 to the charity and give all of it to the publisher, because this month their charity is the ACLU. Okay. Here's the problem with that. If you are like me and you have a Christian worldview, you have Christian values and or just moral values or anything like that, the ACLU is about the most anti-Christian organization in the United States. They have, I think, once or twice in all of their existence ever taken up anything where a person who actually said something about being Christian. They normally go against everything that is Christian. Now, some of y'all don't care about that. You know, you can give whatever you want to give, I guess. You can give your money to them. But for those of you who do care about that and do care where your money goes, because me personally, the ACLU, yeah, I would not give them a hair off the crack of my behind, let alone a penny from my hard-earned money. So if you are concerned about things like that, go over to the website and then go down and hit custom. And then take the slider and slide that all the way to 0 for the ACLU. There you go. And that way, all of the money goes to Humble Bundle and Monty Cook Games, the publisher. And normally, if you're gonna go and do a Humble Bundle, that's how you can get around that especially if you are not digging whatever charity that they have going. They used to be that you could actually choose from the many charities to give to, but apparently, I don't know. I went there and I don't know if that's changed up or anything, or maybe they moved it someplace. I don't know. You guys let me know. All right, folks, let's get to the question of the vid. And the question of the vid is this. This is a modern setting, right? And a lot of people, you know, they only play one tabletop RPG because, you know, they're programmed. Oh, there I go again. Or they don't have the time. That's another popular one, you know, time. So they only got time and only play one. And since that's the case, they haven't branched out. But some of us have. Some of us have branched out and played many different types of tabletop RPGs. And so here's the question of the vid. The question of the vid is modern settings. And we're just talking about modern settings like first responders. What's been your experience with modern settings? Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, you know, whatever. Did you enjoy it when you played your modern setting? What was the modern setting that you had and played? Let me know down in the comments below. And when I say modern setting, you know, no fantastical elements or anything like that, just like first responders, it's kind of like the real life stuff, you know. Let me know down in the comments below. I'd like to get some engagement going. I'd like to see what you guys have played in the past. And well, folks, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That means time to do my snaggle puss.
Selected. Stage left.
Hey, if you got a game this week, y'all, help our game in. I pray it is an RPG Elite session. Fantastic, immersive, story and character driven. Know what I mean? So, until next time, God willing, which should be this Friday, we would go back to Dark Conspiracy and Classic Tabletop RPG Friday. I'm gonna have to go, y'all. I got to get out. So peace. 5,000 leets. Your boy servant is outie.